Mike, a frustrating Saturday, I imagine, given that you were probably either well on your way or already out up in Mansfield and then getting a late call.
Yeah, we were there fully prepared. Found out the morning of the game. Yeah, like it's one of those things. Got videos of the pitch. It was completely wet through, so there was no chance of it on. But yeah, it was a tough one for the supporters. Starting to make the travel arrangements, and for ourselves having all that preparation. And but again, we get a good week, and we're looking forward to Saturday.
It feels so frustrating, doesn't it? At the moment, there just doesn't seem to be any games coming there. There's no consistency with them.
No, and we go through those periods, and then I'm sure the consistency will come thick and fast in the new year. So
when you've got to try and cram all these games back in.
Yeah. Again, that's the nature. That's we look forward to it. Obviously, we want to play as many games as we can and get that consistent routine and the structure. But yeah, we just face what we can control.
And I suppose you'll be keen now to see what your players are taking on over these last few weeks.
Yeah, every game we're looking forward to. Like I say, we go into every game thinking we win the game and improve the way we want to play, and yeah, there's no difference. Like I say, we're looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a tough test at the back of a good win. I know they made changes last night, so they'll be looking to come in and be fresh, and they've got a point to prove as well.
I suppose you can't really use tiredness at this point of the season, can you? Given that you've had this break, but with the Christmas games coming up, it's going to be a busy schedule as we mentioned last week. But you're going into it feeling pretty fresh.
Yes, yeah, and it'll focus. It'll be on every game at a time, and we know, like I say, it's going to be a difficult one this weekend, and we've got to make sure we're switched on and we get to the levels that we know we can to give us every chance of winning the game.
Injury-wise, how's everybody looking?
Yeah, Ethan's come and had a week or two now of training, so which is good. Nathan's integrating back in, which is good. Ash is doing some running. Tux is getting there, slowly but surely, working hard behind the scenes. I think everyone else has no new injury concerns anyway, so that's good.
Good stuff. Dan Kemp, obviously out on loan at Swindon at the moment. He was quoted in the paper down there that he still doesn't know whether or not he's going to be at MK Dons in January, whether or not he's still going to be in Swindon and you're going to continue his loan. He's mentioned that you've had talks. I mean, you've obviously had those chats with him. Have you made up your mind as to what he's doing yet, or is it still one of those things that's up in the air?
Well, yeah, I know it'd be disrespectful to speak definitively about it. Like I say, he's a good player. We really like him. We know he's gone out. He's had 2 very successful loans now. He's an MK player, but again, we've got a window coming up where there's going to be players that are wanting to leave, that are not wanting to leave. Obviously, that's the nature of it. So he's a player that we're a big fan of, and as and when the time will come, we'll assess the situation and look at squad size, because there'll be many moving parts to that.
I mean, speaking of squad size, you've got a big squad. I think you've mentioned it plenty of times already. I assume you'll be looking to obviously bring players in to suit your style and your methods, but also that might mean having to move players on as well.
Yeah, we'll have a plan of what how we see it and what we want, but we're also governed with lads that have been here and are frustrated by their game time, and they want to go and play minutes, and like I say, for many different reasons, whether it be family and geographically, or just that desperation to want to play. So again, we've got the way we see it. We've got the nucleus that we want, and of course we want to add additions. We want to keep strengthening and keeping improving. But in terms of black and white, we'll have to wait and see, because there's still many games to be played between now and then. Football, as we know, can change in a click of the fingers, and all we know is we've got a healthy squad, and we're looking forward to going into the Christmas period. 2
players that have been linked with moves away, Dawson Devoy and Dara Burns. And I imagine you're going to play this with a straight bat, but is there any truth to these rumours, or what's happening there?
Well, I'm sure there is truth in it all, because there's many more players that you can go through there that want to play games, and that's the nature of it, and so they should. We don't want any players that are happy and content to be on the sideline and not to play every minute of every game. So we've got to manage that. That's the hardest part of it. But like I say, there will be truth in that. But I also think there'll be many other players in the same boat that are desperate to play games.
Onto Forest Green then, you mentioned a decent result from last night, but it's it's always a struggle when you come down from League One, just as MK Dons have found life hard adapting. Forest Green feel like they've struggled to hit the ground in League Two so far.
Yeah, and momentum can be, a difficult thing to wrestle back, but they've got experience is what they've got, and they've got the quality to turn it around. So for us, it's all focus on ourselves. Today in training, we're looking at ourselves. We'll be looking at a few different things, and they'll have the belief just the same as us. They can come here and get the 3 points, and they get to the levels they need to. Like I say, with the quality and the experience they've got, they'll feel as though they can turn it around, like ourselves, who want to keep pushing and climb the table.
And a Saturday game at Stadium MK, I think you've only had one, and that was 6 or 7 weeks ago. It feels like years ago that Swindon game was. But you must just be pleased to first of all have a Saturday game and to be back at Stadium MK as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We want to get the supporters in, as many as we can. We want to. It's our home, and we understand the pitches is good, and it's our environment. It's a big pitch, so it's something we look forward to. Yeah, but we just want to play games, and we want to keep working and improving and building the momentum. Like I say, coming into a difficult period, a Christmas period, where a lot of campaigns are kind of cemented in terms of what you're looking at and how many points you pick up. So again, looking forward to getting the fans through the door, and a really difficult challenge.
Finally, we'll be speaking to Craig McGillivray up next, and it's an important role, isn't it? The goalkeeper. I mean, it's as obvious as it sounds, but particularly in the way you like to play, he plays an integral role with the ball at his feet.
He does, yeah. We demand of all the players, but obviously the goalkeeper, he starts our attacks, and he seemingly be like a quarterback for us. He needs to know the plans, the plays, just like everyone else does. So yeah, there is a big onus, and that's why we've had many conversations, we've had many meetings about it. We've looked at certain things, but ultimately it's on me. If I'm asking them to do these things and it goes wrong, then it's on me, and that's what I need to do is make him understand that I'm asking him to play a certain way, and with bravery and courage, and he needs to know there's no fear to do that.
And it could be a scary one, certainly for the fans, can't it? When the ball's at the feet of the goalkeeper, they want to see him stick it in row Z, but sometimes making that pass, you need that confidence in a goalkeeper.
Certainly, yeah. We want to get to a point where the fans might, be off the seats and the nerves might be going, biting their nails, but the players have understand and got the plan, so they've always got a solution. So it becomes tense when you're playing in certain areas in your 18-yard box and things like that. But I want the lads to have the calmness and to be able to really incentivise the press to then be able to play through it, because we know what we're doing and it is all safe. So it's not as hairy as people think. There is a bit of a method behind the madness, but like I said, it's a work in progress, and there are going to be hairy moments.